The Bible isn't just a book of random stories. It's 66 different books that come together to tell one story. An incredible one about God's love for us. And now for an amazing story, inspired from the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 16.
For years, the Israelites begged God for a king because they wanted to show off an impressive-looking leader like the nations around them had. And at long last, God gave them a king. A tall, strong, handsome man named Saul.
Just look how perfect that crown is on his golden curls. And how amazing is he in all that armor? I can't even.
But even though Saul looked like a king, he didn't listen to God. In fact, under his rule, the Israelites were moving farther and farther away from God. The prophet Samuel warned Saul.
You have refused to do what the Lord told you to do.
I did not. I mean, okay, well, maybe I sorta did. But it's not a big deal, right? Look, just go out there and tell everybody I'm still really important.
But it was a big deal. A short time later, God spoke to Samuel. I have refused to have Saul as king over Israel. I am sending you to Jesse in Bethlehem. I have chosen one of his sons to be king.
A new king? Wow, that's great. Except, well, what if Saul hears about this? He'll be furious. He'll probably try to get me.
Take a young cow with you. Tell the elders of Bethlehem, I've come to offer a sacrifice to the Lord. Invite Jesse to the sacrifice. Then I will show you what to do. You must anoint for me the one I point out to you. Just as Samuel had anointed Saul, now he would take oil and pour it on the new king as a sign that God had chosen him.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, we'll honor you and mark the new king all at once.
The prophet Samuel set out at once for Bethlehem. Yes, that Bethlehem, but about 1,000 years before Jesus would be born.
Keep up, Daisy. It's just over that next hill.
The elders of the town crowded around, afraid Samuel was bringing bad news.
Have you come in peace? Yes. I've come to offer a sacrifice to the Lord. Let's see, where's Jesse?
A burly man with a bushy beard spoke up.
That's me. Bring your sons and join me.
Soon Jesse and all his sons arrived at the place where Samuel had prepared a feast to honor God.
So, you're Jesse's boys.
The eldest son Eliab grinned at Samuel with perfect white, shiny teeth. He whipped out a gleaming sword.
Eliab, at your service. If you need somebody to wipe out your enemies, just let me know. I'm the finest swordsman in all of Israel.
Samuel smiled back as he considered the good-looking young man and told himself,
this has got to be the one God wants to anoint for him.
But God spoke to Samuel right then and there.
Do not consider how handsome or tall he is. I have not chosen him. The Lord does not look at the things people look at. People look at the outside of a person, but the Lord looks at what is in the heart.
Well, okay, God, but you're gonna have to cue me.
He turned to Jesse.
I'd like to meet all of your sons. The Lord has chosen one of them for something special.
Finest young man this side of the Dead Sea. Let's see, Abinadab on deck.
Abinadab raced up, quick and agile as a panther.
I can outrun anything in Israel, be it man or antelope.
Samuel was speaking with God even as he surveyed Abinadab.
Pretty impressive. What about him, God?
Jesse introduced his next son.
Shammah, you're up.
Shammah sauntered forward in lambskin boots, brushing a fleck of dust off his scarlet linen tunic.
You'll find I always dress for the occasion.
Oh, God, he definitely looks the part.
Samuel had to tell Jesse that God hadn't chosen this son either.
Keep it moving, boys.
4 more of Jesse's sons paraded before Samuel.
I'm skilled in the carpentry arts. See the moon and stars I carved in the door of that small building?
I shall now recite for you the entire history of mankind. In the beginning,
And I can prepare a sumptuous banquet from millet and cow tongue.
Climb every mountain.
Samuel shook his head and turned to Jesse once more.
The Lord hasn't chosen any of them. Are these the only sons you have?
well,
Well, no, there is my youngest, David.
Where's he?
Taking care of the sheep.
Send for him.
Surprised, Jesse sent for David. When the young man arrived, he was breathless from running and sunburned from all his days in the fields, and he smelled a bit like, well, sheep.
Hi, I'm David.
Those are some rough-looking scrapes and bruises.
These? Oh, had to climb down into a well to rescue a sheep.
Frankly, even though David was a fine-looking man, he did not look like a king. But there was more to David than Samuel could see on the outside. God spoke again.
Get up and anoint him. This is the one.
Oh, did not see that one coming, but okay, God.
So in front of Jesse and all of David's brothers, Samuel took oil and poured it on David's head. This marked David as the one chosen by God to become king. Even though David seemed like the least likely brother to become king, God had used Samuel to give David a chance.